Unai, it's the first Champions League home game at Villa Park, and it's against Bayern Munich. With the history around this fixture, what will a night like this mean to the Aston Villa supporters?
Good afternoon. Of course, it's very motivated way. We are starting to create here, to build, and to play in Champions League is one of these consequences. The work we are doing here, starting 2 years ago, but of course the club starting before. But when I arrived here, since when I arrived here until now, the process we are doing more or less is try to get something even natural to play against the best team. And against the best team, of course, we are playing here in Premier League, against the best team in the world. And they are playing as well some teams in Champions League, being favorite to win this competition. But when you are playing in Europe, last year we played in Conference League against very good teams in Europe, but not the best competition for the clubs in the world. And this year, yes, and this year we are playing and facing, like tomorrow, one of the best teams in the world. And of course, for the supporters to play against Bayern Munich is even more important because the last match in Cup d'Europe in 1982 was the final against them and winning. And it's a lot of emotion we can have tomorrow. But the coaches, the players, the supporters, and of course the club we are now, trying always to respect the history. We want to build a new history. A new history is to play in Europe, consistency, hopefully, and if it's being consistency in Champions League, better even. And tomorrow we are going to try to compete, to play, focus in the match in Champions League like it deserves, but playing, facing and trying to get our good performances and continuing building our way.
You mentioned the emotion. There is so much around this fixture because of that 1982 European Cup win against Bayern Munich. Would you say this is the biggest occasion at Villa Park since you arrived here?
Since I arrived here, yes, of course. But I appreciated a lot the matches we played before. For example, last year, the semi-final against Olympiacos in Conference League, playing consistency against the best team in the world through Premier League. We are playing on Sunday against Manchester United, and always to play against one team like Manchester United is always special and amazing. Of course, when you are playing here consistency every year against those teams in Premier League, is something normal. But to play tomorrow again in Europe against Bayern Munich, I will want to be something we can repeat more. This is the first challenge I have. And if we are getting it, it's because we are being consistent in Premier League, and we can play in Europe, always playing in this competition, Champions League, or even another competition like we played last year in Conference League. And this is the really challenge we have. When I arrived here, I was dreaming to play in Europe, dreaming to play in Europe and to be favorite or contender like last year to get a final, and we didn't get. This year in Champions League, more difficult, but even I am dreaming to compete and to try to do good way there and to get hopefully a long way. And then focus in the Premier League, because Premier League is the most difficult league, and it's through this competition we can have our objective.
Well, the dream is a reality now because Aston Villa are in the Champions League. This match is coming tomorrow. So for you as a manager, to be able to lead the team in a game that's as special and as big as this, is this the sort of match that you relish as a football coach?
Yes, I am playing in Europe in a row 16 years. And playing in Conference, playing Europa League, playing Champions League. And of course, I appreciate each competition like something important because it's Europe. And here with Aston Villa is the second year. And really, I am very, very proud of our work we are doing here, because I am not losing to play as a coach in Europe 1 year. And with Aston Villa, we are being consistent at the moment to play in Europe, and this is the objective I want to try to keep for a long time. And when we are in each competition, like we are now in Champions League, try to enjoy, try to get good feelings with our supporters, in Villa Park something special, try to transmit our good energy and positive energy, try to get off them as well their energy, their emotions positively for us, and we have to work, we have to prepare the match, we have to try to be clinical tomorrow in our game preparation, and then try to do everything as better as possible on the pitch.
Yeah, there's a lot of members of your squad that might have had previous European experience but not in the Champions League. So what's the best piece of advice you give them for preparing for nights as big as this?
We are increasing as well our level with the player we are adding, joining us, playing in Europe more or less with some experiences. And one example is Madsen, Ian Madsen. Last year he played the final in Champions League. But we have another players as well with experiences before, even Ross Barkley, Pau Torres, Leo Carlos. And the most important is our process and getting experiences ourselves. And we had last year the first experiences here in Europe together. And we played in Conference League, we got the semi-final, and we did a very good way and adding experiences for us to try to use this year in Champions League. And this is the way I want to build, and I want to do a focus. Is our own experiences playing together here in Aston Villa, in Premier League, and in different competitions, and of course in Europe, and now in Champions League. And always is the first time you are playing Conference League last year, Champions League this year. It's always the first time. And for some players, it's really very excited moment because they are going to debut tomorrow in Champions League, but they are not going to debut in Europe because they did last year. And we have to try overall to use our experiences together to try to play feeling comfortable and trying to play matches like tomorrow like something normal in the level we want to try to keep.
And what type of challenge do you expect against Bayern Munich? They won 9-2 in their opening match.
They are favourite in this competition with another maybe 4 teams, maybe Real Madrid, maybe PSG, maybe Juventus or Inter Milan from Italy, and in England, Manchester City, Arsenal or Liverpool. They are 6-8 teams favourite, really favourite at the beginning of the season to win this trophy. And we are going to face them. And my idea tomorrow with the player is, of course, to win. But how? Facing them with our own identity and really to show our best performances with our identity, with our style, with our idea. And as well, the players, they have to try to feel comfortable getting some duels against them and being successful in their 90 minutes, sometimes winning, of course, sometimes losing, but not like players under their quality.
They have a good history in this competition, of course, as well, Bayern Munich, 6-time winners, and they are so difficult to beat in the group stage, which is now the league phase of the competition. Do you remember the last time they lost a game in the group phase?
I played 4 times against them in official matches, and always very difficult. Always they were favorite, but not always they won.
You do remember it then, your PSG side.
I remember my matches, our matches, the coaches or with the team I was before, Villarreal and PSG. But of course, the moment, because each moment is different. Now we are in our moment with the player we have, with the style we have. They are as well in their moment, different, like 2 years ago when we played with Villarreal, or 6 years ago when we played with PSG. They have a good coach, Vincent Company. They have different players, very good players. Some players they are repeating, like for example Müller. It's an amazing player, Müller, and he's going to be tomorrow on the field. And I like to play against the best team in the world, and against the best players in the world. And tomorrow we are going to face them. It's fantastic.
Well, the last time they lost in the group stage of this competition was against you with your PSG team in 2017. So you know how to beat them at this stage.
Yes, but we won at home 3-0.
Yeah.
Was Ancelotti the coach in Paris, but we lost 3-1 there.
Always a different challenge. What would it mean, though, in terms of Aston Villa, if you could get a win against them at Villa Park, in terms of a statement in this competition?
Yes, our objective is try to compete, to get the best position in the table. And we are not refusing nothing. And tomorrow the objective is to win, try to get 3 points. Of course, we started very well winning the first match, but this competition is very difficult. We are going to face 8 teams, and each match very difficult. And tomorrow maybe is one of the most difficult matches we can face this in this competition. But every point we are playing in 8 matches, and tomorrow against Bayern Munich, I don't want to waste our time to try to get those 3 points.